What's going on, guys? Me back at it again with another one. And this time I thought I want to switch things up a little bit for y'all. So I want to talk to you guys about the importance of actually stepping out of your comfort zone and how exactly it is that you need, what it is that you need to do in order to do that, like how to get out of your comfort zone. Because to be completely honest with you, you're not going to be able to thrive, not only as a human being, but as an individual and operate at a higher level unless you completely get out of that comfort zone. And you need to get out of that comfort zone because that's where the growth is. The growth is outside of your comfort zone. The growth is within the discomfort. So I kind of want to explain this, guys, to you, and I'm kind of leading by example by actually switching up my video and just kind of standing up while I'm talking to you instead of actually sitting down like I typically do. And this shouldn't be foreign if you watch my content, because there will be some videos where I'm actually out and about in public recording and talking to the camera and sharing my thoughts out in public when everybody else is around and looking, seeing what it is that I'm doing, you know, just checking me out, being nosy as usual. But I want to emphasize, I actually kind of like standing up like this. I actually want to emphasize the importance of being out of your comfort zone. Now, why is that important to step out of your comfort zone? It's important because, like I said before, that's where all the growth is. And if you cannot step out of your comfort zone, you will never grow as a human being. You will never grow as a person. All of that is within the discomfort. So wherever the comfort zone, or whatever you define as your comfort zone, you're going to stay stagnant right there and you're not going to move at all. So here's how I approached my situation in terms of getting out of the comfort zone. And I can only speak for me because for the most part, I've actually gotten out of my comfort zone. Sometimes you just need to go out and do the shit. That's all it really takes. So first, you got to identify what your comfort zone is. So your comfort zone is anything that keeps you stagnant, that keeps you comfortable, that makes you think, you know what, it's not so bad. I don't feel the need to actually do anything different. I don't feel the need to change, nor do I actually feel the need to I have no sense of urgency. I'm cool. I'm straight here. And that's a clear sign that you're actually within your comfort zone and you're remaining stagnant. Because what I've learned personally is that unless something traumatic has changed, now it doesn't have to be this great event or anything like that. It could be something like a family member passing. It could be your current circumstance or your situation. You don't want to deal with that anymore. I mean, that's what it is for me personally. That's what drives me, is that I don't want to be within my current circumstance. I have the vision to see beyond it. So I'm not really a slave to it, but that's another one. Discomfort in the current situation and circumstance. Another one could be the birth of your child. You know, I talk to a lot of new parents, and a lot of new parents, the perspective is when they actually see the birth of their child and they're actually holding the child in their arms, something within them just changes, and all of a sudden their perspective is much greater. And all of a sudden they just kind of grow up. And that's for most people who become new parents. I can't speak on the minority, but I can't speak on the majority, because that's what I'm actually speaking to right now, is the majority. So you have to identify what your comfort zone is. If you cannot identify where your comfort zone is, you will not be cognizant or aware enough to realize that you actually need to change. Sometimes you just need a real kick in the ass, and you need an unpleasant event that actually happens to you in order for you to make that change so you can actually get up out of here. So identify your comfort zones, what's holding you back, what's keeping you stagnant, what's keeping you still in place. That's number one. Number two, if you want to get out of your comfort zone, you just need to just do it. And I ain't talking about the Nike slogan. I'm talking about actually just doing it. I'm talking about actually getting off your ass and just forcing yourself through it. Whether it's learning a new skill, just sit through it and learn the skill. Whether it's going out in public and recording a video of you speaking in public when you're out and about shopping and whatnot, do that. It's scary, yes, but it's supposed to be. It's nerve-wracking, yes, it's supposed to be. Again, discomfort is where the growth is. You need to be uncomfortable, or I should say this, you need to be comfortable being uncomfortable. That's where the growth is. I know y'all heard this a lot, but it's the absolute truth. You just need to just do the shit. It wasn't like that. I mean, I wasn't always this confident in the beginning, especially when it comes to recording content and putting myself out there. And even if you look back at my other content on my channel, you'll realize that I'm actually out and about and I'm actually recording myself. I'll just be like, got this, holding like my stabilizer and just talking to the camera. Focused on the camera, not really focused on what much else is going on. And if I do, I'm just kind of checking out the view. They're all a part of my video. They're all part of my scene. That's how I see it. And You need to be focused on what it is that you got to do for you. So one is identifying what your comfort zones are. Two is just diving into it. Sometimes you just got to jump into the deep end and just do it. Otherwise, you're going to remain stuck. And there's going to be a lot of inertia in the beginning because your brain is hardwired to fight against that which is uncomfortable, that which provides discomfort. And you need to fight through that. You need to push through that, and you just need to do the shit. It's really that simple. And third, I would say do it consistently and get into the habit of actually doing uncomfortable shit. I recently just had my first skydive. Now, obviously it was nerve-wracking going up and then the free fall going down and everything like that. But once you actually do it, you realize it's not as bad as you think it is. And I'm just talking about anything. Most people would rather die, and this is actually a funny realization that I've learned. Most people would rather die than to do public speaking, which is crazy to me because I've actually done public speaking and it's really not that big of a deal. Nobody really cares. So you just need to calm down, take a deep breath, and just simply do the work. And then that's the magical thing is once you actually do whatever it is that you're afraid of doing, the fear just falls away. What kills the anxiety of it is just the action of doing it. You just need to do it. And then the fulfillment comes after the action. Even if you were to fail spectacularly, you are still much better off than most people because you actually went out of your way to do this shit. And then if you do it consistently and you start being comfortable, being uncomfortable, that's when you just take off. Just like that. And you don't have to just take off in terms of, oh, this is where my content's going to take off, or, oh, this is where I'm going to start doing this and that. But what you're doing is that you're setting yourself on a positive trajectory towards growth. And you're becoming a much better version of yourself. So that's what I actually want to encourage you guys to do. You just need to identify what your comfort zones are, and you need to do everything in your power to get out of them. And then you just need to identify where the growth is. The things that make you uncomfortable, fear is a compass. That which you have anxiety over or fear of doing, that's exactly what you need to do. Whether it be creating content, recording videos, and putting it up here on the internet, or whether it be public speaking, or whether it be singing, or whether it be like anything that involves you actually exercising some degree of courage to put yourself out there, you just need to go out and do it. That's it. You just need to go out and do it, but you need to be propelled by an event that just makes you say, you know what, fuck this. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm going to have to do something different. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck here. And that's what happens for me. My current circumstances to the point to where I'm like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. I got to make changes, which is why I'm studying full stack development right now, which is why I'm actually putting out content right here on YouTube, which is also why I really push myself hard when it comes to I push myself hard when it comes to fitness. I have to. It's more of a mental game than it is a physical game at this point. And maybe I'll put out another fitness video sometime in the future, but for right now, I want to emphasize and encourage you guys to actually get out of your comfort zone. You really need to get out of your comfort zones. That's where all the growth is. If you stay comfortable, you stay stagnant. If you stay stagnant, you stay stuck. Nothing's going to change. You're just going to be an average, an ordinary, and a lame for the rest of your life. I don't want that. Why should you want that? Why should you have to deal with that? Why should you have to deal with everything that comes with it? What if you're in a situation, environment, or circumstance where you normally deal with poverty on a regular basis? Don't you want to get out of poverty? The only way to do so is that you have to make some changes. And unfortunately, most people don't have the heart, the courage, nor the will to make the changes. And that's to their detriment because of all the reasons that I laid out earlier. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Most times you're not going to be positively motivated or reinforced to actually step out of your comfort zone. It's going to require something negative or something unpleasant or a series of unpleasant events to happen to you in order for you guys to get out of your comfort zone. You think this is entirely comfortable for me? I've gotten more comfortable with it, but I'm still learning to speak more coherently and more effectively on camera. And I am not afraid to lay out my faults to you guys. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to become a better and more effective communicator, A. B, I want to actually be more comfortable on camera. And C, I want to kind of own into my craft when it comes to content creation, because I understand it's hard. But the idea of it being hard, just like with web development, it being hard should not be a reason nor an excuse for you to not do it or for to stop. Y'all are just going to have to Grow the fuck up and do the shit. If you want growth, if you want all the success, if you want all the money, if you want all the fame, I mean, if fame is what you want, it's not what I want, but if you want all the great things in life, you're going to have to not only work for it, but you're going to have to be willing to stand out and step out of your comfort zone. Those who stand out are the ones who have the courage. I mean, you guys have been making fun of the nerds and the geeks in school all this time, and you're surprised that they take office because they're unafraid to be themselves. They went through that humiliation ritual early, so they're more willing to actually step out of their comfort zone. That's what I want for you guys. You guys just need to step out of your comfort zone, because I'm going to be honest with you. Speaking from my perspective, this shit ain't it. It ain't it, and I'm going to do whatever it is that I have to do to get out of it. I want life. I want abundance. I want to eat good. I want to smell good. I want to look good. I want to drive good. I want to live good. I want all that shit. And nothing's going to stop me from doing it. Not fear, not inertia, not everyone else's opinions. Y'all just going to have to put your nose to the grindstone and just do the shit. You're going to have to just do it. Fuck the fear. It's a compass. You're looking at the wrong way. And that's probably the fourth point. It's your mentality. It's your perspective. How you frame the situation in your mind also determines how it is that you're going to take action. You're just going to have to do it. It's for your growth. You're not going to die. You're going to be just fine. Speaking in public is not going to kill you. As a matter of fact, it will make you a more effective communicator, and it'll make you more confident. Putting yourself through the ringer in the gym is not going to kill you. As a matter of fact, it's only going to make you stronger. It's that discomfort and the tearing of the muscle fibers that allows your body to recover from it, and recover from it much more powerfully than it did before. Stronger. The goal is to be better. The goal is progress. The goal is to be stronger every single day. But I don't understand why people just want to be stagnant and stuck. It just doesn't make sense to me. It never makes sense to me, because there's nothing there. There's no hope there. There's no prospects there. There is no money there. All the great things in life is not there in the comfort zone. I'm telling you guys. As someone who's putting themselves through the ringer and making themselves deliberately uncomfortable every single day, I'm telling you, there is no nobility in poverty. There is no nobility in duress. There's no nobility in lack. There is no nobility in being stagnant and being average. I'm telling you. Being in the middle and being average is just going to get you run the fuck over. You're just going to get run the fuck over. We live in a world today, you cannot be average. You have to do everything that you can do to stand out. And the best way that you can do to stand out, or to first start standing out, not just with physical fitness, because you are marketing yourself. You're selling yourself whether you realize it or not. You are your own business, whether you realize it or not. Not only you have to market yourself through your fitness and how you look and what you wear and etc., and how you speak and how you carry yourself with confidence, but in order to get that true confidence that you really want, not validated through other people's opinions or the clothes that you wear or the car that you drive or the home that you live or the money that you get, because a lot of people be getting all this shit and all this money, but they don't have the confidence, they don't have the true confidence to back it up. I have it, which is why I'm actually willing to actually share with you guys how it is that I do it. One of the ways in which I did it, besides actually going through fitness and the things that it does for you mentally, hormonally, etc., and physically, etc., is actually voluntarily putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. You have to be disciplined and consistent enough to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, and you have to have the vision to see. You have to see that things are going to be better over time and that there's going to be a long-term dividend payout for you. Whether it be in relationships, whether it be in money, whether it be in attention, whatever it is that you want in this life, you can have it, but you got to take the steps first. You have to make yourself uncomfortable. You have to grow. You have to grow. You have to. And the reason why I'm motivated in making this video is because, again, I've had it. I'm not going to tolerate this any longer. This is only my current circumstance, and I'm not saying it's all bad. It really isn't, but I want more. And it's okay to want more, but you're going to have to do more. To whom much is given, much is required. You're going to have to do more. If you want to be extraordinary, you're going to have to do extra. So guys, I want to encourage you to put yourselves out there. You need to put yourselves out there so that you can actually do what you can do or do the things that you have to do so that you could do the things that you want to do later. That's the goal. I don't know about y'all, but that's the goal for me. I want to live life. Do you? I want this shit. If you don't want it, I'll take it. I'll do whatever it is that I have to do while keeping my character intact to get to this money, to get to all the great relationships, to have all of the opportunity. I will do whatever it is that I have to do. I will put myself out there. I will make myself look like a fool if I have to. I don't care about what everybody else thinks. That's the mentality that you have to put out there. You have to develop an I don't give a fuck muscle. And the only way that you're going to do that is that you have to develop the true inner confidence. And that comes from the discomfort and the struggles and the willingness and the courage to go through it. It's okay to be afraid. It's not okay to stay afraid. It's okay to be afraid. I was afraid to do the skydiving, but I did that shit anyway. And when you do it, it's not that bad. Every time I work out, it's uncomfortable because I'm really pushing myself to the max. It hurts. But that's where the growth is. Listen, I'm going to end it right here because I've been rambling too long about how it is that y'all need to get out of your comfort zones. You need to identify what your comfort zones are. You need to be cognizant of them and you need to eliminate them. 2, you need to put yourself into uncomfortable situations. You just need to do it. Don't think it. Don't overthink it. Just like a bonehead, just have a bias for action and just do this shit. You just need to do it. 3, you need to realize that that's where that discomfort is where the growth is. And which leads to the 4th point. That's where the mental reframe is also important. If you can change what's going on in here and say, oh, this sucks. Oh, I don't want to go through this. Oh, this hurts. Oh my God, woe is me. Instead of actually thinking like that, you could think, okay, what is it that I'm going to learn from this? How is it that I'm going to grow for this? What can I do better next time? I think like this even when I watch myself on camera. How can I do better? How can I pronounce and enunciate my words more effectively? How can I speak more coherently? How can I get my point across? How is it that I can actually authentically be myself and actually convey to you guys the importance of getting out of your comfort zone? The life that you want is on the other side of that fear. I put that in a couple of my other videos on my channel, which has no views, but I don't care because I'm going to be consistent and I'm going to push through. What's the alternative? Quit? I don't quit. I'm not a quitter. And you have to have that mentality. You have to have that dog in you. I don't know what it is that you guys need to go through, but y'all just have to willingly suffer so that you can realize this ain't it. I got to make some changes. Otherwise, you're not going to make some changes. You may feel like that for like a day or two, but then you'll fall back into your regular habits. You can't do that. You need to stay vigilant. You need to put that thing in the front of your mind and you need to just march forward. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. Listen, I'm rooting for you. Even though I may talk my own shit and I may do so with a small degree of arrogance, I'm rooting for you guys. Because I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to be out of here. This ain't going to be my reality forever. This is only my current circumstance. I see beyond all this. And I'm sure it's the same with y'all. So until the next one, just dive into it. Don't even think. Just dive into it. Just jump into the deep end. You'll realize, oh, it's not that bad. I didn't die, and I actually gained something from this. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. No more excuses, no more crying, no more complaining. Get out of your comfort zone and start growing, all right? Till the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Deuces.